Leader of the opposition Virgin Islands Party VIP Andrew Foy appealed in the most recent session of the seat of government for better balance in determining the agenda of the House of Assembly, which sometimes results in consecutive marathon sittings to pass multiple pieces of legislation. Mr. Foy stated that he wasn't attempting to stymie the work of the House, but takes the passing of bills seriously and is concerned that legislators risk diminishing returns by seeking to pass 7 bills or more stretched over successive days.
Madam Speaker, I don't feel right. And I'm asking for us to be more mindful of how many times we put the first readings on so we could know how many second and third readings on. If it is urgent, the Premier has something urgent he wants to put on, I say, Premier, I'm not standing in the way of anything urgent in the territory. But to sit down here for day after day in the same sitting and hammering away, and to go past 7 bills in 3 days. Hardly any of us in here are lawyers. Hardly any of us are experts in some of these areas. Now I know some people get elected and a one hit them in their head and they know everything but every topic. Madam Speaker, I am asking that we limit the number of second and third readings so we can do these bills justice for the people of the territory. Because, Madam Speaker, I'm not saying that I can't keep up with the pace, but I know, Madam Speaker, if most of us are asked when we go out of here and we leave here one by one, the people just pick us off one by one and ask us about each and every single bill that we pass here, Madam Speaker, and ask us in depth, not all of us can answer. That's not your job.
Speaking towards the end of the last late-night session of the House of Assembly, Mr. Foy further argued that these marathon sessions focused on rushing through bills infringed on the time allotted for questions posed by the opposition to the government.
Of course, Madam Speaker, you know, if the sitting continues by law, that the only aspect that the opposition, and forget who is in it, the opposition based on this makeup of our legislative council, the only input that they would have is the questions and answers. It has become the norm to shift them to the end for whatever reason these bills have to be passed urgently. So, Madam Speaker, we stay here 3, 4, 5 days and then to the end the questions are asked. And then, Madam Speaker, it leaves us with no other choice at this hour of the night that to get out after all that time, but to give us a time limit. So now the only other section that the opposition can get up and represent the people of this territory from a different angle, not and want to create mischief, although others would think so, but from a different perspective, is doing other business. It needs a better balance with what we are doing in this House.
Meanwhile, Premier Dr. D. Orlando Smith said he understood the opposition leaders' concerns and would also hold informal meetings to help legislators to have a better understanding of the bills to be passed.
I will review the way we are discussing and presenting bills to the House. And I also think that we need to have a look at how the questions, at what time the questions come. In some countries, for example, in UK, the specific question time that are not in a normal sitting, for example. So I think it is time for us to sit down as a legislative body and decide how best that should be handled. But I will do my best to make sure that the bills that come before the House are spread over a reasonable time.